you just got engaged. What order? I mean, you're gonna be biased to DJ, but is it photographer, videographer, food, DJ, or is it where would you rank it in a perfect world on what you should be hiring for? Welcome back to another episode of Andy's Talk. Today I'm joined by a great friend of mine, DJ Todd White. How are you today, man?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
Good. Explain to me that they not like us sweatshirt, because I've seen that come out a lot recently.
Yeah. This is probably our most popular sweatshirt we've had. But just when that song first came out, it was just kind of like we were all sitting around talking, and it was just like, our DJ services, they not like us. We do things differently. So I don't know. It just kind of went.
Which is so true, because I've seen you guys a lot DJing around. I filmed some weddings in the past. You actually DJ'd my wedding, which is coming up on 8 years, which is crazy. So I don't know. Tell me some stuff that you guys do differently, because you are 100% different. When I talk to any bride or anything that, wedding related, I say, like, do not skimp on your DJ, right? Like, order Taco Bell if you have to for food, but do not skimp on your DJ. So what are some things you do differently that without sharing your secret sauce?
Yeah, for sure. So, man, I think a lot of stuff, it breaks down to just the team that we have. Every guy that works for me on our team is just 100% engaged in making sure the event is a huge success for the client. They're not necessarily there for the money. We just had a good conversation at our team meeting, and we were just talking about it. And the guys was like, look, man, we don't do this for the money. The money is nice, but we do it because we 100% enjoy doing it. And we 100% enjoy making the bride and the groom or the corporate event, whatever it is what we're doing, a success. So that's a lot. I mean, when you think about DJ services, you think, you can only do, everybody does the same thing, but it's all about the excitement you bring, the good music that you pick, play into the entire crowd. So it's I don't know that there's a secret to it, man. It's just, I think we're all just truly love what we do.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about this past year for you, because you had a full-time job and then you had a full-time job with Spin-A-Roud Sound. What was that like, going full bore into the DJ world and saying, you know what, this is my passion, I'm going to make this my business, and we're going to roll?
Yeah. It was scary. Yeah. So, being in a full-time job, a corporate world for over 20 years, and then just deciding to make the change and take that plunge and take that step to, just be able to fully give my DJ service 100% of my time. It was scary, but it was good. I felt like that, I've DJed since 2001. So I felt like it was time to take this thing to another level.
Yeah, and you guys do a great job. What is some other services that you've been adding? Because you've got some karaoke, some trivia night. You've been partnering with a lot of businesses. That corporate event could be big for you. Proms and all of these things. Tell me about your services and what you can do.
Yeah, so we handle all types of corporate events, weddings, of course. Anything that needs music. But then we also have now went into music bingo, silent disco, trivia, Family Feud style trivia, photo booth. So there's just a bunch of things that we do now that we weren't doing before. So, and trivia, man, that's become a huge success. Family Feud trivia, we've done some corporate events where we've went into the company and maybe they're having a big team meeting for the day, and we'll just go in there, and then after the team meeting, the last hour and a half is just fun trivia or Family Feud style trivia. So we're kind of like a team building thing as well. So we're doing that too now.
What is it like to DJ a wedding and then I want to hear some of the crazy requests music wise you've gotten, whether it's for a first dance song or you gotten any crazy requests for?
Man, no, not really. A lot of people ask me that, and we've never gotten anything off the wall that I'm just like, this is just like crazy. But I guess probably the only one is once the couple got married, when they left the altar area, they wanted me to play AC/DC Highway to Hell. So, which I was just like, but it is what it is. But No, I mean everything's kind of been. I mean, there's nothing that's really off the wall that's really just thrown me for a loop. Where I'm just like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Do you guys have a travel time or a service area that you like? How far is too far? Like, do you have an area you travel in? There you go.
So we were going to travel out to Utah for a company and do a big, like their end of year big promotion type deal. But so I mean, we'll go anywhere.
Okay.
So, but typically a 3-hour radius is kind of where I'm at. So we'll go at least to Indianapolis, down to Nashville. We've been to E-Town, Bowling Green a lot. That seems to become more popular for us now is Bowling Green area. So
What's your top 2 favorite wedding venues in the area?
oh man, you're gonna give me some enemies.
You're gonna no, just two places you like that maybe are maybe not the best, easily accessible for you, and beautiful venues.
I was gonna say there's a bunch in our area that I absolutely love, but if you look at it as ease of load in, load out, and staff, number one would be the Refinery.
Okay.
They've got multiple buildings. The load in is easy. Their communication is great, so it's just it makes it easy, a lot easier for us.
Do you do most of your weddings in the first building, the middle, outside part, or the other side? Which was
A little bit of all.
Oh, okay.
And now they've got those other locations, the Foundry, and so it's a beautiful place over there. The owners are amazing. The staff is amazing. Great communication, which makes everything really nice for us. But the load in is just, man, you pull up to the front door and you're in.
Yeah.
So that would be one. And then the second, man, is probably, I'm trying to think of some of the places around here. The Jefferson, which is also in Jeff, but it's also a very easy load in. So, and that makes a lot of difference, especially when you're, packing in all that stuff. So Jefferson, you pull up to the side and you just roll right into the door. I mean, it's simple.
Like you said, though, we do have so many cool venues. You got the Grand, the Farm, all of these places, the White Barn out in Scott. Like, you could name 1,000, and you're not going to make any enemies. But
yeah. And that's what I thought about it one time, even putting up like, hey, if you looking for a venue, there's some here's my top 5. But then I didn't want to offend anyone. Like, well, why didn't I make the top 5? It's like, look, I'm not putting them in order. These are just some that we're at a lot.
you could make one that's like, hey, if you're looking for this look, go to this place. What's the one with the deers? Where you can like go take a picture with the deers? Have you?
Cedar Bluff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Cedar Bluff, and that's cool. It's a little bit off the beaten path, but it's definitely worth the drive. Yeah. So, but yeah, man, there's so many awesome venues around here that we absolutely love DJing at. And it's hard to pick, but it's almost like whenever I have somebody say, well, I'm still looking for my venue, it's like, okay, what kind of vibe are you looking for?
Yeah.
And then I can help point them. If you're wanting a barn, you've got many options. If so.
What is the process that you guys tell people, like, you just got engaged? What order? I mean, you're going to be biased to DJs, but is it photographer, videographer, food, DJ, or is it like, where would you rank it in a perfect world on what you should be hiring first?
Venue, DJ, photographer, caterer. That's my 4. Venue, you got to have a place. You got to know where you're going to be able to fit. Number 2, I think, and this is a debate we can talk about forever, but I think, and again, I no disrespect to any of my, photographers, videographers, but I just think the most important part of your wedding is going to be your entertainment. I've said that for years, and I'll always say that because a good DJ is going to make or break your event. If you don't have a day of coordinator, they're supposed to run your event. Yep. And there's a lot of companies out there that don't.
Yeah.
They show up and, hey, I booked a $700 DJ. It's like, cool. If that's what you want, that's fine. But don't expect them to run your event like a coordinator does, which is what we do.
When I pitch you to other people, I always say, like, people still to this day talk about my wedding reception. They don't ever talk about the pictures or the whatever not, but you also, I tell the bride and the groom, I'm like, look, if you want to never touch a mic from after you get off the altar, you need to hire them, because you do, like, you guide the night and you bring the parents up and the guests and the speakers, and you don't think about it. And the bride and groom shouldn't have to think about it.
And it's funny too, man, because I'll talk to someone And they'll be like, hey, I just need you for the reception. And my first question is, okay, where's the ceremony? And they're like, oh, well, it's there too. So it's like, okay, so what are you doing for pre-music, for your ceremony music, and for a lapel mic for your efficient? And they're like, oh, I didn't even think about that stuff. So there's a lot of little things that go into it that people don't think about.
So what's the wedding season look like this year? How far, what we got? When's your first free weekend? So are you, with your team, are you usually those weekends, are you booking Friday weddings and Saturday weddings, or double Saturdays, or?
We're on track to do about 160 right now.
Okay.
So I think we have 140-ish weddings, events, corporate events, different things booked. That's not even counting trivia and things that we do, on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
But just weddings or corporate events, so there's about 142, 143 last I checked.
And how many DJs are you rolling with? I know a few of them personally, but.
So we've got 7 right now.
Okay.
So, and if you count Natalie, 8.
Are you looking to add any more? Can people reach out and be like, man, I've always wanted to DJ?
Yeah,
like,
dude, I'm always interested in, in hiring people that have the passion, but I'm very particular about who I bring in, I don't want someone just to come in that's wanting to make money. I want someone that's coming in that wants to make events great, give it 100%, fully be bought in, and then want to make money.
Okay.
So I'm pretty particular about it, and I'm very particular about who I allow to MC.
Yeah.
So
I saw a post of it that you're looking for a very specific intern. Is that still something you're looking for? Did
yeah,
you
I was
find
going to
it?
say that. So yeah, right now I'm looking for someone that wants to, ride with us, set up. Once we get set up and the event's going, just do video content.
Yeah.
And then, maybe it's just me and them. We go to the event, we set up together. Because I typically run, unless it's a big wedding. I've done this for since 2001, so I've got a pretty good handle where I can run an event by myself. I can cue music and then go do what I need to do and come back. And but I always have 2 people with us just in case I need to run in the restroom or just whatever. But I am looking for someone right now that wants to do kind of that stuff too.
I saw a post the other day that you posted. You said it was unprofessional for DJs to eat at a wedding. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Was that a joke, or you actually don't eat it?
We don't eat.
Okay.
No. Now, I don't want to say, if there's somebody watching this and they're like, well, they ate at my wedding. If we are forced by the mother or the bride or the groom, we'll eat. The problem I have is when you have when you book a company that's a single DJ and they eat, where are they eating?
Yeah.
Most of the time, pictures I see, they're eating behind the booth. And I just think that looks very tacky. We're there, we're hired to do a job. We're not hired to eat your food or drink your alcohol. Our guys, I do allow 1 or 2, if they have a bar or whatever, they want to have 1 or 2 just to kind of take the edge off a little bit. But as far as like anything more than that, they know 2 is their limit, because we're there to work.
Yeah.
So, but we've been forced by the mother of the bride a lot of times to come up and say, hey, guys need to go eat. And I'll say, we don't eat. And they're like, yes, you do.
Yeah.
Go, or I'm going to make you a plate.
Yeah.
So that's the advantage of having 2 of us. So I can work the board, send my guy. He can go hide out in a room or in a corner and eat. And then he can come back and then I can switch. But I don't eat a whole lot anymore. So I don't eat much. So.
Yeah. Tell me about that lifestyle change, because you've dropped some LBs, you've made some lifestyle changes. Like, how exciting is that for you? How do you feel?
Oh, dude, I feel great. So, so lifestyle changes. What I eat and what I put in my body has been a big change. I've learned a lot. Started working with Jeff City Mix and went on their programs that they have and saw big changes. And then they asked me to be a results coach because of the impact that I had on myself. And so now I'm doing a little bit of result coaching for Jeff City. And then just, trying to work out every day and just, fuel my body with the right foods.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being on here today. How can people help you? How can people reach out to you? What social media, what email, if people want to book you from this, how do they reach out to you?
Yeah, so they can hop on our website, which is spinaroundsounddj.com. They can email us, which is just info@spinaroundsounddj.com. We're all over Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. all those, X and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So easiest way, man, is just to either just, hop on our website or just, find us on social media.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming out today. And we will, hopefully we book a couple DJ events from this thing.